this is Sarah from Paranormal Things Queen, and today I'm bringing you my top 10 books that I don't think are worth the hype. And yes, I did cut off all of my hair, and I kind of love it. So yeah, let's start talking about them books. The number 10 pick for me as a not worth the hype book is The Killing Woods by Lucy Christopher. Now this is one of those moments when it's like, I hyped it up in my mind because I freaking love Stolen, a Letter from My Captor. And this is me definitely plugging it in and saying, go and read that book like right now. But I can't really tell you the plot because all I know is that this is about a girl whose father is accused of murder. And then there's this guy, and I think like a murder happens and he has something to do with it. And then there's a huge plot where they play like this game called The Killing Woods. And I blocked a lot of this novel out from my mind, so oops. Next up on number 9 spot we have Story of a Girl by Sarah Zarr. And this came like highly recommended by a really good friend on Goodreads who I really trust, and her review convinced me that I needed to buy this. Like, this is something I needed to own. And when I read it, I was just kind of like okay, the plot is like something that a lot of people need to read. Like, I recommend this book for younger girls. Like, it's about a girl who's 13 years old and she's found having sex with a 17-year-old boy in the back of his truck by her father, and it's about like her coming to terms with being labeled as the slut of her high school. And it's a good novel for that reason. Like, it has a great thing that it's addressing, and I love that, but it's boring. It's just not for me. The next novel is a novel that came highly recommended to my whole class of English students because we were forced to read it. But I wasn't like not excited to read it. I was excited because 1, post-apocalyptic, 2, cannibals. That is The Road by Cormac McCarthy. And 1, it's a Pulitzer. I mean, that means that it's going to have great writing, right? No. It kind of drags, but the writing style is beautiful, but even though it's dragging, I just recommend reading like the last 20 pages because for me the 20 pages are what made this book worth 2 stars. And the next book is a book that I think a lot of people who use Goodreads know about. It has like the prettiest cover, and it's just oof. And then the plot, it's about a dystopian world where like older people, I think like I don't remember the exact ages, but I think like you reach like 20 and then you start to die, so young girls are being kidnapped and sold into polygamous marriages to procreate. And that is Wither by Lauren DeStefano. Now this plot and this cover are freaking amazing, right? Right. But the writing style is kind of what I feel like it made me feel disconnected from everything in this novel. Like, I didn't love it. I do plan on giving the rest of the trilogy a shot because I feel like maybe I'll love the next 2 books. I don't know, but this one I'm not in love with. I like it though. Give it a shot. The next book is a recent read for me. Well, not recent, more like October, but that's recent in my mind. And that is The Maze Runner by James Dashner. And yeah, I don't plan on continuing the rest of this trilogy. I do plan on watching the movies because Dylan O'Brien. But as a reader, I'm not interested in the plot. I don't give 2 shits about the characters, and I'm not feeling it. So why should I push myself to read something that I know I'm not gonna love, you know? So I gave this a shot, but I didn't love it, and that's where the rest of the trilogy is gonna stand for me. And then the next book is in the same instance as Wither, and I think I read these two back to back, so I was like, oh my god, why is it that all the books I hope are amazing are so not amazing? And this is a sci-fi novel, and it's about a girl who is frozen, and she's supposed to be open 2 years into the future when they reach their planet destination of New Earth, but she's open instead 50 years, and none of her family and friends are with her. Across the Universe by Beth Revis. And I have the really cool map inside, and I love that, but again, this is like kind of the same issue that I had with Wither. I felt disconnected, but also the characters, Amy, are freaking idiots. Oh my god, I hated Amy, and I think that that's what really hindered me from loving this novel. So I do plan on giving the rest of the trilogy a try, because sci-fi and I'm a sucker for it, but it wasn't that good. In the next book, I'll probably get a lot of shit for saying, you don't love this book? No, I don't love this book, but I like it. Like, I like it. I gave it like 4.25 stars on Goodreads, I think. So I do like it, and I do recommend it. It's just, it's not as amazing as everyone paints it to be. Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. It is good, and I do recommend you read this. I just don't think it's a 5-star read for me, and that's what made this disappointing, because I thought I was going to have a new favorite novel for all time, and I just got a novel that I liked, and yeah, I was disappointed. And then the next book is a book that I will probably get a lot of shit for too, and that is Looking for Alaska by John Green. Should I just bite my tongue for this one, because I feel like if I say anything bad about this, I'm going to get crap thrown at me. But I'm going to just throw this out there. There's no plot in Looking for Alaska, like, at all. Oh my god. And people are going to disagree with me, but look, okay, this is how teenagers act, yes? So, I don't want to read a novel about my life. My life is kind of boring sometimes. Like, I don't want to read about me sitting and doing stuff. That's all this is. That is all this is. And then there's a death. And that's not a spoiler, because it's kind of obvious with the after, and this is a freaking John Green novel. And Pudge, I can't stand him. He is such a misogynist, and I don't understand why people love Alaska. Did I, like, miss something? I guess I did. Don't read this if you're looking for a good John Green novel. Just skip it. It's his first novel, so you know it's not going to be the best. And then I have The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. And I think that this is my fault, okay? I read this in 6th grade, and I think that that was too young to read this. Like, I didn't love it because I didn't understand it. So that's all on me, and I take full credit for it. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty with the #1 spot. Insurgent. I liked it when I read it, but on further thought, I realized this is a filler book. This is second book syndrome at its finest. Like, yeah, nothing really happens, and it's just a lot of Triss and Tobias fighting. Really, that's all this is. And then, if I had a lighter, I would light this shit on fire. Like, the description of why this whole dystopian world was created is complete and total BS, and it pisses me off, and I'm just not even gonna keep. I feel my face turning red with anger just thinking about it. Like, I'm going to start looking like the cover of Allegiant if I keep talking about it. I hate this book. I hate it. I've never been so disappointed in a series before. I hate Allegiant. So, let's end this on a positive note, because that really kind of made me mad. So, yes, subscribe, comment down below, and tell me if you agree with any of these books, or tell me what your, black sheep book is. And bye!